Hi y'all, welcome back to Eat Color with Claudia. And today I'm going to share with you an excellent side dish and some tricks on how to keep your vegetables, the color really vibrant while they cook. There's something about the asparagus, the tomatoes, and the pine nuts that's just so flavorful. You're going to love it. We'll need a bunch of asparagus, and notice how these are so nice and thin. And this cup of grape tomatoes, and a quarter cup of the pine nuts. And for our sauce, we just need some salt and pepper, and of course olive oil, lemon for the juice, some basil leaves, fresh Parmesan cheese that will grate. Okay, let's get these ingredients ready to go. The prep is so easy. Now, when it comes to the asparagus, whoops, Mom taught us how to trim asparagus. So line up your asparagus. Now this side of the asparagus by the root is tough and fibrous, so we don't want to eat that. It won't be nice and tender like this. But where exactly is that line? Well, you pick up a stalk, and with one hand you're going to hold it in the middle, and with the other hand you hold it by the root. And then you just bend. And look, it snapped off naturally, just where the line is. So now you can just kind of put that off, and now you use this right here as your guide, because all these guys are about the same. And now you're just going to take right here, and you're just going to cut. So now I'm just going to move these off here, but I'm going to take the tops. I'm going to go over to the sink and give this a good rinse. So now also, while I was at the sink, I thought, let me get my tomatoes rinsed too. So that's what I did, and I've dried these off. And now we're going to take each one of these little grape tomatoes, I'm going to slice them in half. Okay, so I've got all of these cut up, and so I'm going to put them into a little bowl. Add a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, and just a little bit of olive oil. And I'm just going to give this a little stir, and we'll just set this aside. The last little prep I need to do is I'm just going to slice up 2 nice size basil leaves. Okay, we're at the stove top here ready to cook. 2 things. First is that since we want the vibrant, colorful asparagus, we're going to blanch them first. The blanching, it kind of neutralizes the enzymes in the vegetables, which help it keep its color. And the second thing we're going to do is we're going to put salt in this water while it's boiling. It flavors like the water, and it also keeps the nutrients from seeping out of the vegetables. And if I'm going to have vegetables, you guys, I want to have all my nutrients and minerals, right? I'm going to set my clock for 2 minutes, and that's it. We're just going to stick them in here in boiling water, salted, 2 minutes. Now I'm going to take the asparagus out, and I've got ice water here. This is an ice bath. So I'm shocking the asparagus to keep them not only from cooking more, but also this too is going to keep that beautiful color. The asparagus has been here just for like 2 minutes. Basically, when the ice melts, it's time to get out. So I'm just going to put them here on a paper towel to dry, because we want crispy asparagus, not soggy asparagus. When you blanch vegetables like this, it's so great because you can even do this part like ahead of time. I'm using a cast iron skillet just because it was handy, but you can use any skillet. And also be sure to get like a serving tray ready, because I'm telling you, this dish goes like fast. So I'm heating my pan up like on medium, and I'm getting ready to put the pine nuts in. I don't need to put any oil or anything. The pine nuts, we need to toast them. And they just take like a minute or 2. Here's the trick. As soon as you smell them, get them out. Okay, so I'm just beginning to smell my pine nuts. So let's get them out. Now I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil, add in your grape tomatoes. Now these are small and super ripe, so they're not going to take long. So I just give them just a little bit of a head start. Okay, so now I'm going to add in the asparagus on this side of the pan. Add just a little bit of olive oil on the asparagus. And they need a little bit of pepper. And they need a little bit of salt. Now we just want to quickly cook these. It's been about 2 minutes. It's time to add in some lemon juice. We're ready to take these out. But first, hold on, I'm just gonna taste. Gotta taste your food. Look at that, al dente. Perfect. Take your asparagus out. I'm gonna put them on the plate here. I'm gonna just throw the pine nuts in here just for a quick little, let's get heated at moment. Put the basil in, just get a little bit warm. And mix it in here with my tomatoes. And then I'm gonna drizzle my tomatoes with the basil. And I'm gonna grab some of these pine nuts. This does not just look so fabulous, so healthy. So now you can keep this dish vegan as is, or you can add some Parmesan cheese on there. I just think that the Parmesan cheese, just a little bit, just gives this like that finishing touch. Another thing that's so great about this dish is that like you can eat it hot or like even room temperature. So flavorful. This is amazing. Oh, y'all, need to make it. Until next week, bon appetit.